Here's what you should know about your local real estate market in this week's market update. Now, before I jump into the stats this week, one of the questions I got from previous week's video was, how do I get an offer accepted in this competitive real estate market? Now, there are a lot of complexities to buying a home, selling a home, owning a home. There are a lot of components to a purchase offer beyond just what is the price I have to pay for this home. There are financing terms, inspection terms, all sorts of contingencies. So really the way to get an offer accepted in this home, a home purchase offer accepted in this market, is preparation. Plain and simple, preparation. What does that mean? That means you should be working with a well-connected, well-versed, adaptive realtor that has a strong knowledge of the current market in your area, that is able to understand what all these different aspects are that play into an offer, what it is that your competition is doing, what it is that the sellers are expecting, and most importantly, an ability to educate you and explain these to you so that you can easily understand them. Most of the time, I see buyers getting their, not getting their offer accepted. Now, I see some great offers that don't get accepted. It is a very competitive market, but most of the time, these sellers are saying, hey, we've got multiple offers. I want to see your best offer. And a lot of times I see buyers who think they're making their best offer, but they are not. And the reason they are not making their best offer is because they're not well prepared and educated on the various components of an offer and what they mean to them. They are not putting their best foot forward because they a lot of times are afraid to take certain risks. And while those risks are present, a lot of times they perceive those risks to be greater than they are, while those might be components that are easy to concede on to get your offer accepted. However, if you're not well prepared and well educated, you may be reluctant to concede on those very minor things, as you may not be fully aware of how they affect you and what the different scenarios could be. So make sure you're engaging with a realtor on the buy or the sell side as early in the process as possible. I know you just want to look at houses online, and I know you don't need a realtor right now to go and find you a home. That's not the realtor's role anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of agents who have, quote unquote, all this phenomenal decades of experience started their careers in an industry where their job was to find you a home because you didn't have access to that information. Now you, as the consumer, do have that access to that information, and it's a lot of information, and there's a lot of components to consider, and you really need that expert to guide you through that process, to help filter through that information and understand what is of concern and what is not. And that is your realtor's job, and that is something that you should be engaging them with as early in the process as possible. So enough with that. Let's see the stats this week and see what it means for you in your home buying and selling journeys. So we saw very light new inventory last week and very light total inventory. That was going into Easter weekend. So let's see if the week after Easter weekend things have changed. Well, we saw a significant increase in the total of new homes coming on the market. We saw 13 homes come on the market this past week. 5 of those were in town and 8 of those were in township. 9 of those were single family homes and 4 of those were condos or townhouses. Average list price of these homes was $1,210,000. However, total inventory was down in the mid-20s last week. So we saw a big influx in new homes coming on the market. So did we see an increase in total inventory? Not really. Went from 26 to now 27 homes actively on the market currently. So while we saw a big relief in new homes coming to the market, we really did not see any relief in total inventory. Why is that? Well, we saw this past week, we saw 7 homes sell. So 7 homes sold this past week. Average list price of those homes was $1,226,000. Average sale price of those homes was $1,284,000. So this past week's homes sold for an average of 8.6% above the list price. Now, under contracts, these are really the the numbers that are taking homes off the market, because the solds had been under contract and not been considered homes actively on the market. Under contract this past week, we saw 7 homes go under contract. Average list price of those homes was $786,000, and we saw a median days on market of 14 days on the market. So inventory is continuing to stay low and in many cases decreasing. The demand is increasing as more and more buyers enter the market, and a lot of the buyers that have been in the market have remained in the market because they have not had success in finding homes. So it is a very competitive market. There are a lot of nuances to navigate in this market. So please do shoot me some questions in the DM and reach out to me as early in the process as possible. That even means, hey, my kids just got into high school, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, hey, when they go off to college, I'm gonna wanna downsize. Let's start having that conversation now. We don't have to get super in depth, but at least let me start tracking the market for you and helping you to understand certain changes that might be in effect that might change those plans or affect those plans. So thanks for checking in with me. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend, and I'll catch you again next week.